The FBI is gonna find you now.
Yeah,
That's for Christ. We're here with Joe Allen, special guest, honorary guest. We've never had a guest before, so this is going to be great.
Yes.
Never had a guest.
No, we've had several.
We never had a guest today.
We've never had a guest like you.
We've never had a guest like you.
I mean, yeah, I think I'm the oldest guy from New Hampshire.
How old are you?
31.
31.
I mean, class-wise, I think it's all been your guys' classes.
Wait, you were in Spencer's class, right?
No.
Or no, you were a year ahead of him. That's right, because we were never in the same community.
I thought we were, James.
No. Right?
James is a year younger than Spence, ain't
Yeah.
Yeah, we were in mixed sections, yeah.
Who was the guy? Like in 9th grade. You guys were in 9th grade, and Kevin had one of
The Koreans.
Koreans messing with me.
They would go in and ask for things.
I'm like, speaking Korean, I'm just like, come on, dude. And then he's like, I was like, you need a knife? Oh, my God.
Dude, that was so funny.
It was a stabbing motion, like,
Yeah.
I got so mad at Kevin that night.
Kevin Cunningham?
No.
Leahy.
Oh.
So Kevin Leahy, he told all the Koreans, he was like, go in, and whenever Joe was middleman, he would say, like, go in and ask for something in Korean, but only ask in Korean and don't ask in English, and be very excited about it and get very upset. What was that?
You know Kevin Leahy's my cousin, right?
No.
Really?
Holy shit.
That's
You guys
why-
didn't know that?
I didn't know that.
No. That's crazy.
But I
dude.
also didn't know Joe before tonight either, so.
Yeah, there's that. What?
Good times. Good times.
Yeah, no, it was wild. We had a lot of good times. We broke sections a lot, though. That's why I know Joe so well, because we mixed communities. Oh, we also had that stint in Korea.
That's true.
What?
Well, you had a stint in Korea. I came and visited.
Yeah.
I was in China.
You've been kicked out of Korea?
No. I've never been kicked out of China. That's a whole lot of different stories.
Oh shit.
So
Dude.
you were in China and you came over to get your visa
Yeah, so I mean,
or to renew?
I was teaching English over there for 3 years on a tourist visa. So I had to leave every 60 days. So I just pop over to South Korea. There's only a 2-hour flight from Beijing, so
Hell yeah.
Well,
I leave the airport. But a couple times I made a weekend of it. Saw James once.
dude, that's really cool. I know another guy who taught English in China. What's been your experience?
I love it. I love just hanging out there.
Yeah.
Foreigners, not Americans. There's only one American I ever hung out with. That's the girl I like. So.
Oh, wait, he took a girl you liked?
No, she introduced him because we were both from Michigan. She
Oh.
said, you guys will be friends. I was like, eh. But no, so I had a blast. The English teaching part, whatever, it made me money and allowed me to do basically all the traveling I wanted. So I take like a month or 2 off each year, just traveling. So we had a lot of fun.
Where is your favorite place to travel to?
Ooh,
Looking back, I know you probably went to a handful, but
like,
where would you go back again in a heartbeat?
go back again? I probably need to go back and spend more time in Bali. Because I had like connecting flights through there to visit some cousins in Timor, which is like a tiny ass little island. Well, half of an island north of Australia. But so I got to spend 2 days in Bali, but I think it'd be a lot of fun to spend a bunch more. Even
Cool.
You dating anybody right now?
Nah,
Carefree.
figuring my shit out for the time being, as usual.
That's cool. No, that's cool. Are you still in the religious vein or in any way or?
Not really. I've even made the step of telling my mom I don't practice anymore. So
Wow. Oh yeah, I should probably be careful about asking that, just in case. Like, it's almost like outing somebody.
my parents found their way to this. They wouldn't make it past the first episode. So.
Okay. That's good to hear.
Not a lot of people probably could make it past the first episode.
It is kind of funny, that question, because even though I'm not, like, I'm still in a family of 12 people, one of whom's a priest, one of whom's a consecrated. My parents still like are within the Regnum Christi. So I'm still very much like in it, but not really. Not myself.
I understand that.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a culture too. And you're like, if you're around it, you're around it.
Yeah. No, and I've been happy since like going to Terry's ordination as a priest in Rome. That was a blast. And
How long ago was that?
2019.
Okay.
Over 2 years. So, but like, I love the priest he's become, and like the way he sees things aren't like the strict cultish ways we grew up with. So, like, yeah, I've been very happy for him.
That's nice.
Yeah, no. So I still like that inside leg in the Legion. It's kind of funny.
So you're a teacher now currently?
No.
What made you stop?
I wasn't in China anymore. That's the only place I was ever qualified to be a teacher, because I was simply white and spoke English.
Shit.
What'd you now that you're in the States, what are you up to?
So most of the time I've been back. So I've been back for almost 6 years now. I was back in the hotel industry. So before I went to China, that's what I was kind of doing. And then when I came back, I got a little more serious about it. Was working as a banquet manager. Moved out here, doing the same thing, and then COVID hit. So that was like dried up real fast. Over there, like, yeah, you don't have a job anymore. So
Damn.
I was like, whatever. I was trying to get out of it anyway. Service industry is, I don't want to be in that shit for my whole life.
Yeah.
People are getting weirder and crazier.
Shit. And where are you at now? What state?
So I'm in Colorado Springs now.
Cool. It's gorgeous out there, huh?
Yeah, about, what was it? November 2019, I decided I just wanted to be by the mountains again. Thank you.
I love that, dude.
It's amazing. I see Pikes Peak every day.
It's a fun
Oh,
place
man.
out there. I've been there a few times.
So I think this weekend they're having the Pikes Peak Hill Climb, actually. The big race every year up the
Oh, shoot.
Peak.
peak. Yeah.
There's something, I don't know, grand or majestic about being out in Colorado. Those mountains are,
It's nuts.
they're different, but
Yeah, they're not in New Hampshire, that's for sure. New Hampshire had its. I like. But
well, and you didn't get altitude sickness in New Hampshire, which is pretty cool.
I haven't here yet.
Oh, really?
Smoking too much, but
Hell yeah. No, it's okay. You're allowed to smoke. Everywhere except Texas.
Love Texas.
Yeah, sucks for you Texans.
yeah,
We're probably gonna have another power outage again or something this soon.
It's okay, we'll probably have another tornado.
Yeah.
Luna wanted to join the podcast.
Luna. Gorgeous dog.
AKA Scooby.
Scooby
Scooper?
Scoob?
Does look like Scoob. Oh
That's
my God.
funny.
I have to when I got it, you know?
Yeah.
So.
That's the second dog on Cox for Christ.
Yeah, let's not mention her on this.
That's good. Well, it's good that you're doing well. I mean, I think you're doing well.
I mean, there's lots of room for improvement.
There's always room for improvement, but we're focusing on the positives here.
I think I got a pretty good plan moving forward. I just gotta get a couple things done, and then I can move forward
Hell yeah.
with the trucking industry.
Oh, you're gonna be getting into trucking.
Yeah, it looks like the easiest way to get good hours, good pay, great benefits, whilst not really ever dealing with shitheads outside of your own company. So,
Makes sense, dude.
and they're super high demand now too. So,
That's what I hear from everybody in my industry is like, we need truckers. I'm like, oh, well, now I'll tell them Joe is interested and see what's up.
yeah, I was working in a lumber yard for the last like 10 months before I quit, and yeah, that was half of our issue was getting materials. We couldn't get drivers, or the companies couldn't get delivery trucks to get to us. So
That's crazy.
It's the same thing here with grocery stores. They're having issues getting their delivery trucks on time because there are no deliveries being made. Don't have enough drivers.
yeah, a lot of food is backed up after being so slow the last year.
Shit, I see it I did fencing and stuff. So getting all that lumber in over here is a little slow, but
Yeah, so if I can get into that, I just gotta get my Colorado license, which our DMV is backed up, so bit of a pain.
Who was your so you were in Kevin Cunningham's class though, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
He was a real
Yeah. Yeah, I remember y'all hanging out a lot. Were y'all pretty close?
I was one of those guys who was like oblivious to shit that was going on there in the moment. So I never like formed. I live universal charity very well. I've realized it's more of my personality than anything. But yeah, Kevin, I think, was one of the closer ones because he started in 7th grade with me.
I didn't know you started that young. Damn.
And then the 6 months of novitiate I did, funny story, the morning I was leaving. So like me and Father Julio had talked. He told me like, he basically gave me the couple months plan of like getting my parents and ready for everything. And then I found out my brother was going, brother Terrence was still in Cheshire at the time. He was going home the next weekend for a home visit. I was like, I'm just going to jump on the plane with him, Father. Within a week of like ever mentioning to Father, I don't think I have a vocation, I was on a plane home.
That's so quick.
Small blessings, right? But the funny story there is that morning when I was leaving, so I was up early to get to the airport. Kevin was one of the guys on the kitchen crew, I think. So that's why he was. So as I was like pulling out of, getting ready in my cubicle, getting everything together, he was in meditation over in his, like down the long ass row. But when I came out, there were a couple pieces of candy sitting on my desk. And then I looked down there and he like waves by. Like,
That's
so
pretty
he's the only one that I actually got to say goodbye to because he was like, oh, this guy's leaving. Really put candies on my desk for me.
I remember Kevin Cunningham kicked our ass in PE. Were you there for any of his lead PEs?
Dude, their biggest mistake was making me in charge of the adoration schedule. I missed as many PEs as I could before they that little game.
That's savage, dude. That's awesome.
Oh, I was savage. Those PE periods were absolutely savage.
They were, dude.
And his brother in front of you, you fat asses keep up. Like, screw you guys.
It was brutal. Fucking brutal.
Easy motherfuckers too. John Klein, he was the class ahead of me. He had joined the year before me, so we got some of his, like, you know him, just happy-go-lucky, which I love him for it. He's a genuine dude, but a little too excited.
Yes.
On that hill by the road.
Oh man, I only did like 3 PE classes and then I dipped because I was like, "There's no way I'm staying here." It just wasn't happening. But yeah, I could see how that would be something that you'd want to schedule around if you had the power to do it.
Yeah, they put me in charge of the adoration schedule. I was like, I know when I'm going every day.
I take adoration over PE every day. Still.
As opposed to the tired muscle mass being sore. Easy.
When did you know you didn't? You were like, I don't have a vocation.
It was a weird process for me, honestly. Like I never was really there because I felt like I had a vocation. So like finally it just kind of came to the point I was like, why the hell am I here? I didn't have any plan for after. I was a pretty typical, like I had the Legion in my life very much before I was in the Legion. Like Reign Christie, all that. And then my mom came from a ultra Catholic family, and so I was just full blown ready to go in it, especially for me because my 4 older brothers went before me. So 4 of my older brothers were at the school before me. So when it came like 7th grade, I was like, hell yeah, I love going out to that place and hanging out with my brothers. Like, and I just coasted. And then 6 months into a little bit of shit, it was, I forget how it all came up exactly, but finally Father Julio was like, yeah, I agree. This isn't for you.
Oh my God. Holy shit. So wait, how many of your brothers is still in the Legion?
So only one, and he's an actual priest now.
Cool.
He ran the distance.
Yeah. What are the other 2 up to?
So Jim, the oldest, he's got a couple kids, and he's a teacher down in Detroit. My other brother, Rich, he is down in Texas, West Texas, actually. He's a solid accountant. He makes real good money down there, working for a milk company. And then John, who also went there, he had come back, was going to school, was trying to start his own business, but 6 years ago, he's the one that passed away.
Yeah.
Which is why I actually came home from China. So
It's tough, man.
yeah, it was a tough time. It taught me a lot.
Were you and him pretty close, like in age too?
He was the closest, of course.
Yeah.
So
I'm sorry.
yeah, it sucked, especially since I had been in China for like 3 years at that point. Like we just hadn't been around each other much outside of when I came home for Christmas every year. So it's kind of a bummer, but life moves on.
Yeah.
The morbid side of it, I've got 10 more of them, so. Nah, he's been, obviously, but.
What was your favorite class, if you had one, from ICUS?
New Hampshire. Mr. Waterbury's classes, his history in particular, when he wrote his own book.
Yeah.
I was down with that. What was it? I forget what the tapes are called every time, but the Hitler ones.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Rise of the Third Reich.
That's it.
Dude, I absolutely love that. And then his like chemistry classes where he'd come around, forcing you to take a big whiff of these acids and that shit. Like,
yeah, he's trying to get us high.
Yeah, we knew there was an issue the one time when we all got sketched out because he started like running through each aisle, like, all right, quick sniff. We're like, quick sniff, what? Then he like outside. He's like, so that was mustard gas. Like, what the hell?
That's insane.
And I loved it, right? But more than the classes, I really just liked a lot of those teachers I did like.
Yeah.
Kind of quirky, but
there's
kind of, yeah.
Except for Mr. Bates. Mr. Bates was like such a fat one. Dude, he literally would argue. I don't know if you guys remember Anthony Allen.
Yes.
Yeah.
So Anthony, I don't know if you knew, Anthony came for 7th and 8th grade, left 9th grade, came back for pre-candidacy. I'm 99% sure he came back because he realized, holy shit, I can be done with school in 2 years. Literally, because this dude, get out of here. This dude would argue the entire class with Mr. Bates about why his 96 should have been a 100. The entire class. So granted, I didn't want to do the work, so it was a blessing that way. But listening to him and Mr. Bates go back and forth for an hour, Mr. Bates way too much.
That's psychotic almost. I mean,
But
what the fuck?
That's actually great because it's a win-win for him too. For the student arguing the points.
Yeah,
You're not going to lose points.
He's just trying to get that perfect GPA and school at 17 and go on.
So when James told me you were coming on the podcast, I have only two solid memories of you. One was you like very sweaty in the kitchen. You were red faced. You were just going hard on the dishes. And my other memory of you is wailing a dodgeball at me and just like fucking me up. That was amazing. Like those are snowballs. I mean, you had an arm on you. Yeah, 3 older brothers will do it.
It definitely got me in shape.
Sorry, I'm having trouble hearing you now a little bit. Is that just me?
No, it's a little in and out.
Who's got the Disney playing?
Yeah, where is the music coming from?
Probably my wife.
Oh, okay.
I was gonna say one of you's guilty.
I was worried that it was me.
Your shit's a little loud.
Your shit's a little loud. How do you watch High School Musical?
No,
This should be a Patreon episode.
Yes, this is good.
sorry, guys.
We're going to call this episode Marriage.
Yeah.
Dishwashing remained on my responsibilities list through novitiate, which was annoying.
That sucks, dude.
I always had to do them after breakfast.
Did you try to put yourself in adoration during the dishwashing?
No, that wouldn't have been possible. In their defense, it was kind of fun. We had this guy, David Crawford, like this crazy ass dude from Michigan as well. And then I think Joe Lobato. And we were like this crew in the mornings. Dude, we would, if anybody laid out the non-slip mats, we literally picked them up when we got in there. We were like, the hell with this. We were back and forth. And
Oh,
we were
man.
doing a lot of dishes, but oatmeal.
Dude, I forgot about Lobato. That dude could fucking kick some ass in soccer.
Yeah.
And so could you. Weren't you always like sweeper?
I was good at defense. Yeah, had the long legs and the cannon.
Yeah. He could launch that puppy.
So how do you still get the feeling that you need to serve people? Like, do you ever get that feeling where you're like, oh, I need to clean the dishes? Oh, I need to do this, or like,
I've been living in my own houses for a while, so yes, I do need to do the dishes. No, but I mean, that's not a terrible thing to me. Like I said, I was in the service industry for I think a total of 7 years split up since I've been out. And it's because it just comes naturally to me. Not only because of New Hampshire, but because of my personality. 12 kids, and I'm an easy person to try and please everybody anyway. So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But it is changing, so I'm getting better about making sure I put myself first on occasion.
Makes sense, man.
But yeah, no, I do like serving people. Me and my brother are actually hosting Thanksgiving out here this year for my family.
Really?
which I haven't figured out if I've completely screwed myself with this or am I gonna be able to enjoy it. So
I believe in you. Oh wait, but your family's huge though.
exactly. Not
Forgot
sure.
about that.
Potentially most of them. So.
Oh man, are all the cousins coming out?
Oh, cousins? Hell no.
Oh, okay. Because I was gonna say you need a catering hall for that.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't even start to step up for them. No, just my. And then maybe some cousins that live in Denver from my dad's side, but other than that, no. But we could have up to 20 people depending on which of my siblings come. We'll see.
Let's see. Did you enjoy? I know we talked about the mountains a little bit. Did you have any particular hikes that you enjoyed the most? That you would say like, oh man, I want to go back.
Lafayette was always a good one. The sense of accomplishment on that one very high. Man in the Mountain, Man in the Mountain, that was always a nice view. Yeah, Flume, not the Flume.
Basin.
Basin. That was.
Oh yeah.
Oh, it's tore through a couple pairs of pants.
I'm like
the one that was directly across Lake Winnipesaukee. Just because that one had such a huge.
Did you ever get in trouble like with your superiors for things, or you were the good kid?
Yeah, I was a sneaky little bastard.
Made it through.
So like when I could manage it, I would like sneak out of lines. I'd run to the kitchen, find a snack.
My man.
That's amazing.
Asher was the gold mine with all the Entenmann's they'd always get. You could always find like a box of donuts or cinnamon rolls under my pillow.
That's incredible.
But no, being one of 12 kids, I learned to blend in whilst doing mostly what I want. So like that's how I got RPE a lot. I would just hide, go do something, take a 40-minute long shower.
Did anyone ever like come after you in Team Balance for anything?
Not viciously, man. I was just such a happy-go-lucky kid, like that didn't really have a clue until well after I left.
hate.
Oh yeah, did you leave before or after the Maciel news?
Just after. Like because he died sometime like January or something, right?
Yeah.
I left just after he died.
That's what I was gonna say. You would have been just after he died. The news came out the next year.
Yeah. And I remember my mom said something, and then I never really looked into it or anything. I was like, go figure. I didn't care for the guy.
You mean you didn't care for Nuestro Padre?
Oh, Daddy, no.
Stepdaddy.
I'm still not into calling people daddy, so.
Oh, dude, that's so funny. We were
I wish
doing
I could
that
say
for
the
so
same.
many years. Our daddy.
Many years.
Yeah, no, it's always been funny though, like especially like around Peter Martin stuff, like just outside people trying to explain to him where we were for high school. It's like, how do I say this without making me really bad too?
Well, I just start right now. Like whenever I have to explain that to someone, I start with I was in a cult and work from there. Because you just start from there. People are intrigued right away.
Just see how open they are to it.
Holds their attention real well.
Because it's true. And it's like,
yeah,
pretty much everything checks the list.
Yeah, like my biggest regret, honestly, from there It's like that I had such an easy time. Like, because I've heard all that, so many other people's stories and what other people are doing. I'm just like, holy shit. Like, y'all had it rough.
Yeah, dude. What was your since you did have it so easy, I feel like a lot of people transitioned out because they had a hard time. So I mean, yeah, you explained how like you didn't, feel like it was your thing. Is that was there something that made you just be like, "Oh, I never really wanted to be a priest. I was just like this is fun to hang out," and was that kind of what it was a little bit?
It was more just a realization I never really wanted to be a priest through 5.5 years. Like, there are definitely times where I was like, oh yeah, let's throw myself wholeheartedly into this. But then it was just like, those last months, I was just like, why am I doing this? I hate PE. I hate how much we pray. I hate the classes we're taking. Like, literally, it was so bad. Like, when I got the permission, oddly enough, you needed permission to go home. But when I got the permission to go home with my brother, for the next week, I did absolutely nothing I was not going to be railed for not doing. Like, to the point that Father Tarcisio went to my brother, was like, hey, brother, why does your brother not belong to the community anymore?
That's a good Tarcisio impression, by the way.
He just was like, because I'd just always be in the halls when it was empty. And that's Father Tarcisio's moment.
Oh,
That's when he shines.
When he's out there. So.
And then what was your transition like from religion after? Was it just like, oh, I don't really like prayer or the sacraments either or something?
Yeah, no, again, it was just kind of that trend of I was never really just that into it. I was just there, so I went along with it whilst doing whatever I could get away with. So like I went on the coworker course. So I left February 22nd. Actually, we went home, my grandma's birthday. And then that summer I went on the coworker course. That's where I met Father Martin Connor and some other guys. And Father Gomez, I don't know if you guys remember Father Lorenzo Gomez. One of the good ones.
Yeah.
Yeah, even kind of told me beforehand, like, it's really not what you should be doing, but if you want to, go ahead.
Oh, that's quite a sales pitch.
I don't know what the hell I'm supposed to be doing. So I went, and man, most mornings I might make it to breakfast. Like, and then like Father got pissed at me one day, so I was like, all right, we can call this quits. Just like I had no desire to get up now that I had my own bedroom. Like, holy cow! Like,
I get it.
I mean, for me, having my own bedroom was absolutely unheard of up to that point in my life. Because I lived in a family of 12. I didn't have my own bedroom growing up. New Hampshire was sure not one bedroom. And then even when I moved home, I had my own bedroom then, but I won't talk about my mother on here. So
I imagine you were packed into a room with like 3 or 4 siblings.
Me and my 2 older brothers, John and Terry, always shared a room growing up.
Oh, okay.
Because we were 3 boys in 3 years.
Man,
Good times.
it's crazy.
That's where like New Hampshire didn't traumatize me in that sense at all, because like I was used to living dorm room style. Like weekends when we would all ask mom and dad to camp out in the living room, like having to step over bodies.
Oh, okay. Yeah, there were some big families at Icus.
Yeah, I think we're the next biggest one.
Didn't the Matthews have like 16 kids?
They might have, yeah.
Something like that. I don't know. And then my family with 4.
Bad Christians.
Yeah, right. Well, I think they had their 4th because of the Legion, or because of a legionary. like convince them to have another kid, but I could be wrong.
Say,
Sounds
commencing.
about right.
I just don't understand how you like make ends meet in a family that big. If like as I can't even comprehend that.
Times too. Like, any of us could have done that in the 90s, I think.
Costco.
Yeah, worked really fucking hard. Costco didn't exist where we were from originally. That didn't happen until 98 when we moved south closer to Detroit to go to Everest Academy.
Got a lot of vocations at Everest, didn't we?
Not really, actually. There's a couple over the years. I know there's one. Yeah, I don't even think Shaz had that many of them.
Not from Everest. They always came down to visit, but
Father Gomez always brought groups, but
Father Gomez and Father Martin Connor always brought people in, but
yeah, he was there for a while. But that's where I like Father Gomez. He never like was like trying to push people like that. And I think he had a gift for like seeing into people's hearts because he definitely did some good shit.
That's cool.
Yeah, he's super happy now he didn't have to run that school anymore. He told someone that he would have left a long time ago if he realized what he could have been doing in the LA.
If you could give your former self any advice, what would you have told your former self in the Legion? Like,
Go through life consciously. Not. Oh man, I didn't wake up till I was about 20.
that's how it goes.
Yeah.
No, I mean really just do things more deliberately. I like even going to New Hampshire. It's not a regret in and of itself, but I've always also wondered like what could I have done if I didn't.
Mm-hmm.
I definitely would have played football apparently because that's what everybody asked me. Play football? Nope. Why the hell not? Like, I don't want to talk about it.
I was in a cult, so that just
So
didn't happen. That's all you got to lead with.
That's how you lead. That's how you lead in.
Why didn't you do that? Well, you see, this one time in a cult I was in. Yeah. Nothing lines up after that.
I'm telling you, the first thing you say to someone when you want to start a conversation, I was in a cult.
It seems very cultish, and I would know because I was in one.
I was in one.
It's like that's your pickup line for a date.
Yeah.
Hey, you want to hear about this cult I was in?
Hey, do you want to join? Do you want to join my cult?
James, definitely not yours.
I don't know if I want to either. Thinking of leaving. Yeah, I'm out of questions.
What else y'all got for me?
What was your favorite meal at Ike's?
Oh, good Lord.
Okay, hold on. You have to pick
All right, if I
your favorite breakfast, either waffles, those waffles that were heated up in the big cookie sheets, or the oatmeal.
Can I just say the peanut butter?
That peanut butter was fucking good.
Yeah, you can. The peanut butter was really good.
Whatever that was served with that day. Our butter, sugar, and peanut
Yeah,
butter.
I think we just added sugar to it.
Yeah,
Sugar and honey.
you take the sheet pan, I think add like 2 of the big, like 2 or 3,
Scoops.
4 cups of butter.
Yeah, and powdered sugar.
2 massive scoops of sugar.
Go to town, mix it up.
Here you go, little Energizer bunnies.
Remember just pouring it onto waffles, just like covering waffles with it.
Remember having to clear tables those days? Like, ugh.
Oh man.
Like thankfully the majority used some form of There's some guys who are just like, well, geez, dude, how is there not more on the table?
Yeah.
Do you remember when Father Victor would cook chilaquiles?
Vaguely. I remember working him in the kitchen with him for a posada once.
Oh, I forgot about posadas. Those were dope.
You guys remember Mr. Germano's weekly meals?
Yeah.
Just make like the Kool-Aid. Big, massive bucket of Kool-Aid.
We were literally drinking the Kool-Aid.
Literally. Dude, was it the same in you guys' years where you would just like, I would literally on those days make sure I went into, what's up, Leah? I'd go into the middleman room or wherever the juice was, grab like the serving pitchers, not the table pitchers, like 2 of those big serving pitchers, and like go hide it under my table before the meal.
Holy shit, dude. I gotta hear more shit like this that you did. You were a genius. I never thought outside the box like this.
Oh man, I had all sorts of schemes.
Yeah, no, we would try hoarding that Germano juice during the meal, but it never worked.
Yep.
That stuff was nasty.
Not always.
No, I mean it was good, but it was still like it.
I mean, hindsight, nasty, yes.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't think I drink it now.
No. I don't even drink pop hardly anymore.
It's kind of wild to me thinking that like basically what was happening in the Legion is like it would be the same as if I were to go to some miner and ask for like that has never cut hair before and ask for a haircut. Like that's literally there was like Father David Steffi and they're like getting a haircut from like just this like 13-year-old kid.
Child labor, whatever.
Yeah.
What can you do?
I learned that at home before the Legion, so.
Just another day.
Oh, I know what I wanted to tell you guys.
Uh-oh.
When you guys were saying you couldn't remember what Doug was doing with the horses. I was on the bus.
Okay.
He literally just had he literally didn't tell anybody. Drove us like an hour out of the way to go feed his horses at his house or his ranch somewhere. Like it was the sketchiest place ever. My brothers just I don't even remember which brother it was. It might have been Kevin actually. It was just like couldn't do shit. Like,
Yeah.
So yeah, we took an extra 2 hours in the bus so that Doug could go feed his horses.
That is bizarre.
That dude never knew like boundaries.
Yeah, that could never happen now.
Like I remember we were studying history of the Legion, I think for like the school competition to try and beat everybody else. So we're doing it on the bus. And what was it? Like, oh, it's always stuck with me. This one question always stuck with me because of Doug. And it was, when did Father Maciel's parents get married? And the answer was like 1910, and then it like gave a little bio about his parents, right? Well, like whoever gave the answer gave it perfectly. And then Doug's like, well, that can't be right. It didn't ask who they were. It only asked when they got married. So he's just like, how is that the right answer? Doug, fuck up.
Yeah, no
In
one's
hindsight-
asking you, Doug.
In hindsight, he's right.
I mean, yeah, he had a point about the question, but it's also, why the fuck do you care, dude? Like,
Just keep reading your erotic novel and chugging down that 2-liter.
3 liter.
The Orange Crush.
3 liter of Orange Crush. Shaw's brand.
El Shostacola.
Dude, that was nasty. Every hike, every single weekend without fail, that would be empty. It'll be full when we get there, empty when we leave. Oh,
So
What a
3
legend.
liters is
hours, but apparently jerk off in the boys' buses. Okay. Oh, no worries. I can do the sheets and stuff in my basket later.
All right, I mean, I'll put them in right after I swear I'll take it out of the dryer.
women.
Welcome to the Patreon.
Marriage.
Yeah.
What is the Patreon, first of all? Because I keep hearing you reference it.
Oh, it's just a joke. We don't have one.
we don't have one. We might get one eventually.
Considering I don't even know what it is, the joke's lost.
Oh, it's where you can subscribe and pay us money for extra content.
Oh. You talking about actually that content?
OnlyFans content.
Only cucks.
Only. Yeah, so that's look out for our Patreon. It's dropping in a few months probably. More exclusive interviews, more.
Keeping me muted the entire last podcast.
Yeah, we muted Joe the entire last podcast. Hear what he has to say now on Patreon.
He's gonna hear all of our questions.
Yeah, just all of our questions and no answer. And then at the end, be
Just
like,
hear
"That was a good
Joe,
podcast."
So this one time, beep.
Yeah. Do that. So if I could go back in time and meet one person again from ICUS who would like not like a student but like a worker or teacher, I think I would want to meet Chef Glenn.
That's
Talk to
very
him again.
good. I didn't get to know him though because they never put me in the kitchen for some odd reason.
Mr. Sneaks 2 pictures.
Can you imagine had they given me the keys to all the food?
That's what I thought too, but
30 dozen donuts for today. I don't know.
what happened to all the ice cream? It melted.
Hot summer.
Well, when they gave me the keys to the kitchen, I thought I was going to be chugging milk in the walk-in. And to be fair, I only did that once or twice. But
I'd go chug milk when I could find the chocolate syrup to make chocolate milk.
I don't think they had chocolate syrup.
Sometimes.
Oh yeah, sometimes we did.
They would do like nice Sundays for us on like our birthday Sundays.
Mm-hmm.
I forgot about that. You get to sit with the fathers awkwardly.
Oh yay.
It's a real treat.
Usually my brothers got to come sit with me, so that was my joy.
Oh, that's
helped.
right. Yeah, if you had siblings, they would sit with you.
Then the last 2 years I was by myself. I was like, that is stupid.
It was always interesting eating with the fathers because you were eating with like really nice like silverware and like plates and stuff, and like you're just making direct eye contact with Father David while you're eating, and
With all the father's dishes.
yeah, they always got served first. You're like, man, this is pretty nice over here.
I skipped one of my birthdays at the father's table. I didn't tell anyone it was my birthday, and the next day Father David was like, "Wait a minute, yesterday was your birthday, wasn't it?" And I'm like, "Yep, didn't tell anyone," so I missed it. He's like, "You sit at the father's table tonight." I'm like, "Okay, whatever."
You're like, kiss me, now you can't kiss me.
Yeah.
You mean you didn't want to have the whole group singing "Happy Birthday" in harmony to you?
Exactly, dude. That gave me so much terror.
I remember even when I left the Legion, whenever we sang "Happy Birthday," I would throw in that alto or that tenor voice.
Yeah, you got to spice it up.
Yeah, I'd toss it in there.
We're all just that bad.
People would look at me like, "What the fuck are you doing? Why?"
And then you just say like, "You don't get it." Like, yeah, I'm so much better than you. I was in a cult. Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Interesting. Find our old album.
Wow.
Wow.
You just got wowed.
Were you guys there? Was it? I can't remember. It was my first or second year. Were you guys there when we made the CD? Those face.
No.
We made a CD.
I guess, man.
No.
Were we trying to be like the Consecrated?
Better bunch of high pitched children's voices.
Savage.
Now we know how they got some of those get to real high when they needed to, huh?
Oh no.
Helium. The answer is helium.
Okay. James. Oh shit. But yeah, no, we actually made a CD out there. It must have been my first year if you guys weren't there yet.
Yeah.
When did you guys join?
2005.
Okay, so I joined in 2002. So maybe it's my second year. But yeah, we made a CD, man. I don't know where to find it though. We're slapping.
Was it like band pieces or was it songs?
We did it all. If it needed music, well, some of them. The one I remember for sure was we did like some of the songs from Les Miserables. Obviously, not certain ones.
Yeah. None of the gay ones.
Yeah, there were some good songs on there. The band ones were definitely better. I like band a lot more than I like singing.
Well, if anybody does know where to find these CDs, please send them to one of us.
I don't even know what we called it anymore.
You were a saxophone, right?
Yes, sir.
Oh yeah.
Did
What?
you play sax one year?
No, I was only French horn.
It was you. Oh no, it wasn't you. It's one of the Mexican kids. One year we played El Toro Rojo Grande, like the big Red Bull for some reason. And whatever, it was a cool upbeat song. But Dr. Heald, he points at this big Mexican kid, one of the pre-candidates, says, "Ha, you know what I'm talking about. This motherfucker, like, no, it's not me, it's him." Points to me because I'm still an apostolic in a red sweater. He's a Toro Rojo Grande. Like, you little fucker.
Oh my god.
Dude,
I can find this Icus CD.
I miss Dr. Heald.
I know, right? Dr. Heald was bomb.
Would have been cool if he had eternal life.
Don't you know he does, James?
Yeah.
Have you heard of our Lord and Savior?
Well, I mean, you know.
You don't run from your Lord and Savior.
If anyone deserves it, it's that man.
Yeah, my favorite was when he'd come to church, when like actually be at like one of the church events or something, and like he wouldn't sing the words.
Yeah, he would just go, oh.
Like everybody's like looking like, who the hell is this dude? Oh man.
Do you remember that, Spencer?
No.
You don't remember Dr. Heald like coming to like usually it was like mass or something, and he would just do the vowels. He would just like be singing vowels.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it was really cool.
Threw everybody off except the apostolics and candidates.
Yeah, no, just I remember him coming in with pneumonia on Mother's Day, and he just performed like no one was holding him back.
Superhero, man.
He left it on the floor. You could say.
Were you guys ever part of the 20 for 20 cleaning up and like basically the event staff for the Mother's Days? Oh man.
Thank God, no.
Yeah, it was 20. We call it 20 for 20 because
Oh no, I was. Yeah. It was a pain.
20 of us, and our goal was to like flip the gym every time in 20 minutes. And we like laid it out who was doing what and how. And
Did Father Justin lead the charge?
Who?
Father Justin?
I'm sure Father Frederick was doing it with us at first, but I'm sure Father Justin took it over wholeheartedly.
Yeah, there were so many unexplained reasons we had to be so fast to do things.
That's part of the control, right?
Unnecessarily fast to do things.
Yeah. And
30
do any of
showers.
do any of you still play the instruments you played in band?
I still want to get a saxophone. I just haven't had one in 12 years.
It's a fun instrument, huh?
I love it. I love the saxophone sound. Anytime I find a good song with a good saxophone riff,
Ooh.
that was my favorite reggae concert I ever went to, was when they had a saxophone on stage.
Badass.
But
I was a trumpeter and I have no interest in that.
yeah, you know what?
Yeah.
We were just loud.
I forgot you
Going
played
hard,
trumpet.
living loud.
Yeah. Huh?
Would Jake play?
I played trombone.
Trombone. Okay.
I was a tromboner.
Literally the four of us could start a band. We have like all the instruments you need. French horn, trumpet, saxophone,
brass
trombone.
section.
Yeah, I've been saying this, that we should like revisit some of these things and just like do it again. Just like have a reunion
for our Patreon.
Yeah.
We gotta find the CD and then
Yes.
modern versions of all the songs.
Just we're all blazed out of our minds.
On April 20th, we gather together.
Excuse me.
We gotta get some guys back together though. Like that's the one thing I've heard in all these podcasts, and I'll share the same sentiment. Is like the guys are what kept me there. The guys are what I miss from it. Just
the connections and friendships you had.
Yeah, right. Because I know you guys have touched on it before, but like I said, like the only goodbye I really got to say was Kevin Cunningham waving down the aisle at me, and like that meant a ton. And I didn't realize it till later. Like not getting to say goodbye and just like leaving all these dudes in the past was like, what the hell?
Were you able to stay in touch with a few?
Peter Martin's probably the one I've stayed in touch with the most. I actually just saw him 2 weeks ago.
Cool.
For breakfast. I was in the area. He's got 3 kids now. It's crazy.
Yeah. It's crazy.
So funny. We had a blast.
Oh man.
I really haven't, to be honest. And to be fair, I don't stay in touch with many people ever. But even my family in China barely heard from me. So
Understandable.
but something for sure.
Yeah, it's okay. We know how it is. It's pretty hard to keep in touch with everyone.
Yeah, but like I haven't talked to most of the guys from my class in a long time, like Baum, Belby, Worley, Cunningham, Lobato. Lobato I've checked in with every once in a while. But yeah, I think everybody should just come out here and go skiing with me.
I'm down, dude. I have cousins that live in Denver too, so
nice.
Let's make a trip out of it. Go see you, see them. Be fun.
That would be such a cool ex-legionary reunion.
Yeah, I mean, like skiing's not the cheapest way to get people back together, but
yeah, but
you fork in $200.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I mean, though. You gotta
for 2 days.
Just get the Epic Pass.
Yeah, they've got a nice one. I think it's like $250 for 4 days of skiing at 2 specific resorts.
Really?
Yeah,
that's cheap.
Not bad at all.
The one that they do it for, it's either Keystone or Crested Butte. We did that with my siblings one year, my first year out here. We went out to Crested Butte for a week, and man, that's a beautiful place. Like you literally just like that road. That place has one way in during the winter. The back was closed. So, and then Airbnbs. I mean, you do whatever, right?
Be fun, man.
Yeah, I think each of us spent close to $1,000 that week. We were all out here for a week. So
It's not bad.
Not terrible, but not the cheapest.
Yeah.
No.
All right. Well, thank you so much for coming on. And this has been Cucks for Christ.